Mrs. Ann from Naomi's Home Health, making a salad for lunch today. Well, I'm making it, I put it in a large bowl and we have it for a few days. So what I've done here is I've got brown rice and lentils. Now I cook them in the same pot, just about 3/4 of a cup of brown rice, 3/4 of a cup of the little tiny French lentils. Cook them the way I would normally cook rice, and I've just put them into this big bowl. In here I have got baby spinach, coriander to help remove heavy metal from the brain, parsley, which is rich in iron, also helps remove heavy metals. So fresh herbs are super important to add to your diet as much as you can throughout the week. Drop it in the comments if you have fresh herbs on a weekly basis, let's say. I have them a few times a week, probably 4 or 5 times a week. Let me know how many times you have them. They are super important to help cleanse our body. They help protect our body from viruses, bacteria, mold. So I've just blended that up in the Thermomix and I've popped it and I've mixed it in here. So we'll make the salad. I've got, you can put whatever you like in it, but I've got grated carrot, finely diced cucumber, a bit of yellow capsicum, red onion. I'm just going to pour that in. You can put olives in it, you can put, I don't know, whatever you like. This is what my daughter likes, Tana. I would put in, when I go to eat it, little baby cherry tomatoes. She doesn't like tomatoes. And if you're going to put tomato in it, I would suggest putting it in just before you eat, because it goes all mushy and yuck. And if you're going to eat this over a few days, you don't want to do that. So, but do add fresh herbs, please. Whatever herbs you like. Mixing that in. So this will go for a few days with us. You can pop in some seeds. That's what I meant to put in. Some seeds for crunch. So I will put pepitas in it. Wait. Gotta have some crunch. So I've got here pumpkin kernels. I'm just going to put a big handful of that in. And then we've got some sunflower seeds. Very good for the body, very good to help get stuff out of your gut, cleanse the blood. Right, so I've added that. That's got a bit of crunch in there. So for the dressing, this is delicious. So this is a basil and feta dressing. I've got about a cup of fresh basil to put in there. I'm going to put my scales on. Oops, where am I? And I'll weigh about 50 grams of feta. Also, if you're going to add avocado to the salad, add it as you're going to eat it. So I've got close to 50 grams, I'll add a bit more. There's 54 there, but you know, we'll add a bit more because it's delicious. And my daughter really loves feta. I don't eat dairy much, but come on, feta is great. So I'm going to add the juice of a lime. Just for a bit of like that tart, you know, flavour. I don't use vinegar because it's dehydrating to the liver. So some people might use vinegar in their salad dressings. I always use lemon or lime or orange. But vinegar isn't the health food that they make out it is, unfortunately. A big clove of garlic. This is organic garlic that I make. Some pepper. Now, add salt. If you're going to add salt, I would encourage you to do it at the end because it could be quite salty because of the feta. Got lime all over me. So I'm going to do, this is just, now you can use pure maple syrup if you like for a bit of sweetness. I'm going to use this chili and lime honey. You can just use normal honey, about half a tablespoon of that. Just for some sweetness. And honey is amazing to help keep away colds and flus, boost the immune system. helps with your sinuses. I get local honey, of course. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can use normal olive oil. And then approximately 1/2 cup of water. I use filtered water just to thin it out. And I'm just going to blend it up and see how we go. Gosh, it's hard to do backwards, right? Okay, see how we go. Here's the salad, nice and colourful, about 2 carrots, 1½ cucumbers in there. So I'm going to still mix this a little bit more. I might add a little bit more feta because it's quite thin. Maybe a little bit more olive oil, just to let it blend a bit. Do you want it like sort of to be able to stick to the salad? I'd probably put a little bit of water in there. I don't normally measure things, so this is why when I start measuring, I get confused. Yeah. Oh, crikey. Okay, where are we at? I need to taste it. Oh, yum. I might put a tiny bit more oil and feta. A piece of basil went down the wrong way. 1 second. Oh, dear. So you want it to get, like I said, a little bit thick, not too thick. The olive oil, when you blend it, like when you beat it, it will thicken. So that's what they like. Mayonnaise out of it, I can blend it and there's drizzle some in. Yeah. Okay, so here's the consistency. That's so good. So what I would do before I go eat my salad, put some salad into your bowl. I'm just going to have a little bit just to show you, and then I would pour that dressing over the salad. Like if you're going to work, just take it in a little jar. I collect all my little jars from whatever, like I wash my jars I keep a lot of jars. I have a cupboard just up there full of different size jars so I can put food in them. Don't use plastic too much because it's toxic. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this and just drizzle it over the salad, toss it in. So I've got rice, lentils. That is so good. Gosh. This is a healing salad. You've got raw food, onion, carrot, cucumber, very hydrating, full of vitamins and minerals. Don't worry about how much protein you're going to have, how much fat you're going to have, how many carbs you're going to have. Stop worrying about all those little details and worry about how many nutrients, not necessarily macros. We're not looking at losing weight, and weight will come off if you're healthy. A lot of people can't lose weight because of hormone imbalance, because they're stressed, they're eating things like by the macro or by the calorie, or it's super negative to eat that way. And when you start thinking about how many nutrients are in my diet, like have I got carrots for the beta carotene and vitamin A? Have I got cucumbers to hydrate me? Tomato for what we want to alkalize the body, cleanse the blood, have foods that are going to boost our immune system, not worry so much based on, protein and this and that. Because when we're adding, you could be having hormone pumped chicken as your protein, not necessarily very healthy, just because you need to have some protein, or, your fat could be something that's really bad for you. Avocado is a good fat, olive oil. Like I said, we don't really eat dairy, but I don't want to be a Nazi and not allow any of that in the house. We didn't touch it for years, but sometimes you need to relax with what you're doing. Once you've started to heal, go off it for a little while, but just try and be balanced and not stress about it. This is something that you could add. This is a very clean meal, and it fills you up because it's got the brown rice, it's got the lentils. You can't even taste the lentils, so if you don't like lentils, you can't even taste them. But you could add quinoa instead. You could add quinoa and rice, whatever. That's just for a carb to keep you full, help your muscles. Like, the big deal about protein and muscle is sort of, it's not a fallacy, I wouldn't say that, but you do need carbs to help your muscles build as well. You need carbs to keep your energy up. That's going to be my lunch for the next few days. What are you having? Drop it in the comments. Would you eat this? Didn't take very long. You can do it after dinner. While dinner's cooking, put your rice and your lentils on, chuck it in a bowl in the fridge to cool down, and then have the rest of it to mix through. But please try and add fresh herbs to your diet to promote healing, to promote the cleansing. We're looking at boosting our liver health, boosting our good gut bacteria. We're not looking at how much protein's on the plate, how much of this, how much of that. When you start doing that, it becomes a stress in your life, and that's not how we eat. Cultures around the world eat with family and eat for joy and eat for pleasure. And when you find happiness around food, that's when you're going to lose weight. That's when you're going to feel better. That's when your body is going to start using the food that you're eating as a healing tool. It's not a healing tool to count calories. It's not a healing tool to watch your macros and all those things. And the questions about weight loss that I get, it's, for me, I always go back to focus more on nutrients than you do on anything else, and you will start to lose weight because your body will start to work better, your organs will start to work better, your blood will start to cleanse, you'll start to detox your hormones better, your liver will start to work better, your immune system will start to work better. When you're working better on the inside, the outside looks better. So you know, this is why a lot of people yo-yo and they can't lose weight, or they lose it and put it back on, because they're thinking too much about diet when you should be thinking about nutrition instead. So start thinking about how you can nourish your body on a daily basis, and stop thinking about how you can lose weight on a daily basis, because that is what's going to keep you unhealthy. Start thinking of, you know, what foods are going to help with my stomach. You know, I've got a bit of get a bit of constipation, or whatever it is that you get. Start looking at foods that can help that. Fennel, peppermint, ginger, foods that are great for the digestive system. Apples, look at those things. Start adding those into your diet. Whatever it is, Google, ask me, come and get a consultation with me. Then I work on that with people. When they tell me, you know, we go through what's going on in their body, I say, let's add these foods that are going to help your whatever it is that's going on. Your skin, I would say papaya. That would help with the digestive system as well. All of these things, when you're adding foods to help nourish your body at a cellular level, that is when you're going to start to lose weight. That is when you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to sleep better. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to lose weight. Your body's not going to be healthy. So it's a vicious cycle. If you're just focusing on the weight loss, it's one little aspect of your health. You know, it's not healthy to be overweight, but it's not healthy to focus solely on weight. It's extremely healthy to add nutrients to your diet and know what it is that you're putting in your mouth. So add some herbs to your diet, add as many nutrients as you can, and start to focus more on that, less on calories, macros, weight loss. Stop weighing yourself. That's not important. You know, what's important is your mental health, your emotional health, and how your body works from the inside out. So if you don't know where to start, if you don't know how to do that, if you want some help on all the symptoms that are going on in your body, I don't just work with food. It's not just like, you know, I'm not going to go and make you cut out everything. I'm going to add things into your diet, but we're going to work on the other stuff as well. We're going to work on all different symptoms, toxins, whatever's going on in your body. We're going to work on it from past, present, and then we're looking at the future. So it's not just about nutrition. It's about mental health, emotional health, all of those things. That's what I work on. The whole big picture. So you start to feel better, and then the weight will come off naturally.